Welcome to The Dogs Were Good Again. Jess Rona is back. Let's clap it up for Jess. So thrilled to have you. How have you been?
Are you thrilled?
I am.
I'm thrilled to be here.
I'm glad.
I love hanging out with you.
I love hanging out with you.
Really?
I do. As a reminder, you're a groomer.
Yes.
So I do have some
among other things.
Well, yeah.
Sure.
Well, yeah. But in relation to this show, comedian, groomer.
Sure.
What else would you like to add?
I don't know. I guess I'm entrepreneur.
Yeah,
mogul.
That's a good mogul. That's a great word.
Because I'm launching Schmoop.
Yeah. Okay. Was that the first time you've said its name?
I've said it kind of to some people in my secret little community on Instagram. But yeah, I don't really talk about it until now. I'm just like, you know what? It. Schmoop. How cute is Schmoop?
It's a great name.
There's no C. People put a C in it, like SCHMOOP, but it's not. It's just SHMOOP. Anyway, so I'd love to be known as like a dog grooming entrepreneur.
All right. Well, since you're a dog grooming entrepreneur, I do have some grooming situations that we'll get to.
Yeah.
I also have 3 absolute hero dogs to discuss this week. All these stories broke this morning.
Holy cannoli.
So I've put them together. Hopefully they make sense, but they are hero dogs and I can't wait to tell you about them. And then we're going to end on the top 10 cartoon dogs, or that's a video I would hope to make next week. So you're going to help me put all of these cartoon dogs into a tier list.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm so
ready.
ready.
You can do it?
Hell
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks like a good dog. That's a good dog. Yeah, that looks like a good dog. A very good dog.
And of course, we have another very special adoptable guest, okay? Please join me in welcoming Baloney. Baloney!
I have a treat. I got
Come
a
here,
wild
bud.
weenie for you. Oh my
Hi.
God. Baloney, hi.
doing?
Do you want a treat? You have a little splash of Shar-Pei in you because you have a boofy face. Okay, sit. Do you know how to sit? Oh, what a nice friend. So gentle.
So
I want you to see his face because he's got like a smush face.
you do. Did you run into a wall at one point?
You're such a nice friend.
Hey.
Oh,
Check it out. Check it
Explorer.
out. Hi, bud.
What a
No, she's got the
nice,
treats.
tiny friend you are.
So Baloney is 11 years old. He's a pity mix
Nice.
from Angel City Pit Bulls.
Yes.
He was originally adopted out from them in 2018. He was with his human for 7 years before re-entering the LA shelter system just last month. And he's currently in a foster home.
He got a lot of slobber on.
That's okay.
He's a nice friend.
Hey, bud.
He sits. He knows how to sit.
That's great.
And
That's a huge
sat
pro.
so
Hi,
nicely
bud.
and took the treat so gently.
You can just hang out. You can go wherever you want. It's true.
Checking out the scene.
Oh, he's so curious. What a curious boy.
Yeah, he's sweet. He's 11.
Mm-hmm. He's 11. He's, again, with a lovely foster family right now. He's kid-friendly and fairly dog-friendly. When you're an old man, you get to be a little bit picky about the dogs you want to be friends with, but largely dog-friendly. His activity level spans the entire spectrum, from what I'm told, from spunky to cuddly and everything in between. So hopefully we see that wide range with him as a guest here today. Angel City actually has an open house for their organization this Saturday with many of their dogs. We're not sure if Baloney's going to be there. I don't think he's RSVP'd just yet, but maybe you'll get lucky and be able to meet Baloney.
I hope so because he's so cute. Will you sit? Sit. Okay, stay.
Good boy.
He's so nice.
And
I
super
love him.
duper adoptable.
I love his floppy ears. And just a fun fact about this dog, he will never really need much of a nail trim. You can see his nails are really short. A lot of pit bulls have really short nails. It's just like such a nice little thing. You could file them, but they're going to be pretty short forever.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know. Little extra pro. Let's see here.
You want to come here?
We hope he hangs with us.
Come here. Be cozy. Come here.
You got this?
Give me that. Give me that.
What are you looking
wild
at?
Weenie.
You said you helped come up with that name?
Yeah, the wild weenie.
Yeah.
I just pitched a ton of names to Stella and Chewy's.
And they went with?
And they went with wild. I was like, okay, let me think about how I can just do some alliteration.
Of course.
So I did poopily poppers, but they didn't like that one because of the poop part.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went
Can you
with
give 3 other names?
scrumptious squats, but those are they're like, what is that? And then I said, let's go with Gorgy Goobers. And they were like, that sounds too sweet, like a candy. Like
Of course,
Willy
yeah.
Wonka. And I was like, what about Wild Weenie? You're going to hate it.
Now it's on the bag.
Now it's on the bag. That's a side gig that I'm hoping to do. Just something, if you want me to name something.
Yeah. I'm glad we clarified that you're a mogul.
Yeah.
Because you just...
Our friend's going to hang out. Oh, yes, hang out.
Your eyes are gorgeous. I love him. I did fall in love with the dog from our whole studio fell in love with the dog from last week. His name was Big Bird. No update on his adoption yet, but I assume that it's
Who's Big Bird?
in the process. Big Bird, let me just find
Where
you
the
Big
hell
Bird.
was I?
Big Bird was
you
last
love
week.
Big Bird the one day I'm not here. Hi, you're so nice. Okay, why is it that every single time I come here, a dog slobbers right on the straw of my water? Well, the dogs always slobber on my water bottle. Hi, you're such
this
a
was
nice
Big Bird.
friend. Oh, is that like a Great Pyrenees situation?
Yep. He was kind of all the big breeds mixed together.
I love a long-nosed schnoozy.
Yeah, so did I.
You want a wild weenie?
All right. Baloney's adoption fee is sponsored. It's sponsored by Jessica Novak.
Woo!
Round of applause for Jessica.
Woo! Yeah,
Appreciate you very much.
Okay, sit.
Jessica says, funny enough, my house has only been home to cats for the past 20 years, but we love all animals and hope to start fostering dogs someday after the 2 cats we have now cross the Rainbow Bridge. The kill shelter situation in the U.S. is truly heartbreaking, and I wish for a day that all animals are able to find homes. I'm a huge fan of the work We Rate Dogs does in this effort. Thank you so much, Jessica. If you would like to sponsor a future special guest adoption fee, you can email podcast@weratedogs.com and help out one of these little guys. It is one less barrier to their forever home, and they really appreciate it. And so do we.
Oh, I love that. Well said.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of
the
practice.
one less barrier.
Yeah, right?
Forever home. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because to make it the easiest you can for someone.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Absolutely. So I would love to share with you 2 dogs that appeared in my feed over the last few weeks or so.
Mm-hmm.
And their appearances alone made me just really need to show them to you. Okay. So this first one is...
When you saw them, were you like, I got to show Jess?
Yes. This is Jamu.
Oh my God. Wait, what's this dog's name?
Jamu. Jamu. So that could be wrong.
Jamu.
Jamu.
Jamu. Do you want to discuss this haircut?
I would love to, because yes, actually, I think the educated, you should articulate what you're seeing here first. Let me just go through a few more photos, just so you get, this is a slightly different angle.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a slightly different angle here. It seems like they preserved a lot of the fur around the face. Let's see. Let's just make sure I got all these photos here. Yes. Okay. So we'll go back to that original one.
First of all, this
what are you
is
thinking?
Pure delight. It's pure heaven. It's gorgeous.
This is making you happy.
It makes me happy. So every fluffy dog looks like that underneath with the tiny little legs. So just know that that's what's under there. And every fluffy dog. I love the choice to go short above the eyes to really show the expression. I love the choice to leave a lot of fluff on the front of the ears. So what happens is you can sculpt the ear. Like if they just shaved the ears, it would look like kind of like Baloney's ears, just like that.
Yeah.
But what they did was they decided to hide the actual shape of the ear by creating balls. And it just works. It's gorgeous. And I love a double chin situation.
Yes. Similar
So
to the first dog
beautiful.
we discussed, Mohu.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mohu. Joe, what's this dog?
Jamu.
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 Jamu. Jamu. Jamu, get over here.
Hey.
Hi, Baloney. Come hang out with us. Baloney, stop rejecting us, okay?
I didn't want to say it. I put my hand out a few times, but he went right for
rejected.
the treats.
Come
But
here.
I'm hoping we can
Do you
build
wanna
on our
come hang out?
bond.
Oh, that's cozy.
Oh.
I think he's just looking for more treats.
That's okay.
That's fair. He's
We can
a
pretend
survivor.
that he's interested.
He's a survivor. Yeah, I love the choice. It's like, hey, I want a low maintenance cut, but I want a really big teddy bear face.
Mm-hmm.
So when the dog's begging for treats, I want to be entertained. But also when the dog's walking around outside, I want to keep the dog clean. This is mindfully done.
And I'd love to hear that.
It's sculpted so nicely.
I love to hear that. Because again, my first thought is like, is this a responsible way to groom this dog? And so I'm so happy to hear that this is tastefully done.
Is it balanced? No.
Is it fun?
Is it fun? Yes.
Absolutely.
Does the dog look like a Q-tip? Sure. Does it matter?
Are we here to judge him?
Yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit. Yeah. But we love.
We do.
Jamu? I love you, Jamu.
All right, I got one more for you.
Please.
So this is Gomez.
Okay. Gomez. What a great name.
Yes.
Are you kidding? Addams Family?
A wonderful name.
That is such a good name for a dog.
Not that common.
No, Gomez
Love
is
it.
a great name for a dog. Wait, is this a before?
I was just going to say, this is a before. The next one, I will say that the text on it was PetSmart, count your days.
Oh no.
So, are you ready?
Yes. Oh, yeah. He really does look like a Gomez now, though.
Yeah. He now has more qualities of perhaps a Gomez.
Okay, so this is there's the name of a poodle cut called a German trim, and I think that the okay, we're just exploring. I think that the groomer was probably trying to do a German trim, and also, by the way, Gomez was probably matted. Anytime a groomer shaves a dog, 9 times out of 10, the dog is matted. Groomers don't want to just shave a dog. So, I wouldn't have chosen to do it this way, but they went, it was quick and comfortable for the dog.
He looks a little bit like Megamind.
He does look Megamind, and it does look like they were trying to do maybe a German. They blended the top knot into the face nicely.
They did. The top comment is, why does he look a little bit like Will Ferrell?
It's because of the concerned look in his eyes.
Yeah, and I would say that is a combination of the cut and the existing facial structure.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that's just because of the cut. I think Gomez had some Will Ferrell in him to begin with.
It would totally change the expression on this dog if they were to just lift. See how it stops at the bottom of the eye? The line of the top of the head starts kind of low.
Yes.
If they were to lift that up a little bit up past the corner of the eye, it would make the dog look like it had a facelift. That's just
that's how
a
you
note
save
to
this
all
dog's
groomers.
life.
Take out the outside corners of the eyes.
Okay.
Lift them. The whole face looks lifted.
Thank you for that.
It's like all I teach in my online courses. I'm a broken record at this point.
So Gomez, and again, I think I asked this before, but what's the timeline we're looking at for Gomez to return to perhaps a normal looking dog?
Probably 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
it'll start to get more velvety in a month or two, and then 3 months we'll start to get a little shag.
How far away from that are we?
Oh.
Year?
No, probably 6 months.
Oh, okay. Not bad.
Not
Gomez,
bad.
hang in there, bud. Hang in there.
Just stay at home, Gomez. And don't show your neighbors. All the other dogs are just going to give this kind of
What happened to Gomez?
What happened to... Should we play the parts of the neighbor dogs? We'll play the characters.
Okay. So who am I? Oh, yeah.
You're the Chiweenie, because obviously. And and I'll be the golden retriever.
Obviously. Yeah.
Okay, ready?
You see... We blew it.
And scene.
You see Gomez over there?
I'm so glad you said something because I didn't want to say anything.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but how could I not say something?
He looks like Will Ferrell.
Looks a little bit like Will Ferrell. I heard the groomer looked up a German. What was it?
German trim.
I read that. I heard that they looked up a German.
On the neighborhood blog.
Yeah, a German trim the night before and just used Gomez to try it out.
And that groomer was a little blind. That's what they're saying. And it makes so much sense. Blind. I feel so bad for Gomez. Oh my God, don't look. He's coming.
Hey, Gomez.
Hey.
You look great.
Oh my God. He just walked by, thank God.
Oh, that was scary. I don't handle confrontation well.
No, but you did really good.
Should we just be better people, then we don't have to deal with the confrontation of what we say?
You call us people. That's nice.
We're dogs in this, aren't we?
So nice.
All right, it was our first go at that.
No, but I should.
We're the only ones.
There's 7. I should have yes-anded that.
Oh.
Yeah, but because it's a podcast. And
Sorry.
No, I should have yes-anded that.
I blew it.
No, I f***ed up.
Okay. So, this is Riley. Riley went global back in January because he was one of the first images of the Eaton fire that really the whole nation saw. And obviously he's looking very sad in these photos and singed all over. But because of these photos, Pasadena Humane, and really, I think it snowballed from here into a lot of donations that were sent to the LA shelter system. So Riley, the huge update, this was 6 months ago, Riley has been adopted.
Yay!
So the dog that really, right? Tremendous before and after there. But this is what Pasadena Humane had to say about Riley. We're overjoyed to share the news. Riley has been adopted. Riley arrived at Pasadena Humane less than 24 hours after the Eaton fire began. He had burns all over his body, including all 4 of his paws, and was suffering from smoke inhalation, but he was lucky to be alive. We do have a video.
And he was so
He's just
skinny.
down in the dumps. With the help of our compassionate and caring staff, Riley has spent the last few months slowly healing from both his physical and emotional trauma. It was incredibly moving to watch this Eaton fire survivor recover and thrive until finally he was ready to find his new home. And now Riley has found his perfect match. His adopter Sylvia met with him several times, making sure it was the right fit both for her and for her other husky at home. When Riley finally jumped into her car, it was clear he was ready for this next chapter.
So she has another husky.
Yep, isn't that perfect?
That's so perfect.
So perfect. And I think they were a little bit picky. I think Riley maybe has some pickiness because there was a lot of support for Riley. So I assumed that if they were just looking for a home, he would have had quite a line out the door. But maybe he was a little bit picky, and obviously going to a home with a sibling is beneficial if the dog is recovering from some trauma. Riley likes to watch me work or sleep next to me while I'm in Teams meetings, Sylvia told us. Thankfully, he doesn't micromanage. Riley says he misses everyone who helped save his life and took such great care of him at the shelter. That's sweet. Riley's first photo at Pasadena Humane was shared around the world, a powerful representation of the fire's devastating effect on the animals. As the face of the Eaton fire, his adoption was a huge milestone. But nearly 6 months later, we continue to care for many animals whose families are still displaced. Your support means everything to us as we navigate the long-term effects of this terrible disaster. So, if you were unable to support at the time and would love to support the general LA area, but Pasadena Humane specifically for all their work in the really both fires that just decimated LA, you can support Pasadena Humane through a variety of ways. Their social handles are just Pasadena Humane, and they have many stories. They were like showing like all sorts of animals that they saved.
Yeah.
I think I saw a parrot.
Really?
Yeah, like I mean, they took in everybody and everything that week, and it was really tremendous to see. We were able to funnel a lot of support from our audience there, and there were videos from their parking lot where everything is just stacked up to the brim. Like there was so many supplies, like monetary donations. It's hard to like see that physically, but people were donating so many kennels and food bags and beds, and it was just tremendous to see, the whole nation come to support. I think LA gets kind of a bad rap from a community standpoint, like a help each other standpoint.
Yeah.
And we were able to fight that back.
Yes, totally. Everybody showed up. I can't believe it's been 7 months.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I remember they closed down the Pasadena Convention Center.
Yes.
And that's where a lot of people were able to go. That's just, no, it's like when push comes to shove, LA shows up.
Yeah.
People think, oh, LA, it's like,
snobby.
Real Housewives or
Yeah,
Beverly
it's all
Hills
the
or
hills.
wannabe influencers, actors. But no, like when I'm from here. I'm born and raised. We have big hearts. LA has the biggest heart.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great community.
Yep. I'm a very proud transplant.
Yeah.
It was the best culture shock coming here from West Virginia. And proud to be a part of this community. And it was wonderful to see everybody that showed out. And really, Riley was, again, I'm not lying, quite a catalyst for a ton of the support.
Look at him.
Yeah,
That's
such
just so sad. And so, like, he belonged to someone, and then they just didn't come back.
Unknown.
Okay.
Could have been a stray. Could have belonged to somebody. That somebody may not be here anymore. I don't think was ever discovered. But yeah, he became the face of the Eaton fire, and I'm glad that his story has a very happy ending.
I wonder how many more animals, displaced animals they have that they're still looking for help with?
I'm not sure. I think they're back. I don't want to say they're under capacity because I don't think anywhere is really under capacity, but I want to say it's in
It's manageable.
better place than it was. I know that like we helped sponsor flights out of LA for dogs that were in the shelter system to make room for animals that needed to come in.
God.
So there was
nightmare.
a time where like the light at the end of the tunnel was that the meter on the LA shelter system dipped into a healthy range for, I don't know, 5 days.
Yeah.
Can't underestimate the impact that Riley and the Pasadena Humane Society have had throughout this time.
So much love, so much. And these people, I mean, so many people volunteered. Yeah. It's so great.
Crazy.
Showing up.
Crazy. All right, Jess, I've got 3 hero dogs for you. We'll do them back to back to back. All right, so this is an unnamed little, how do you put?
Papillion?
Papillion, all right.
What a gorgeous dog.
Right? So
my God, I would love to groom this dog. Hydrate the coat.
We don't know the name of this Papillion. Papillion?
Papillion?
Papillion.
I say Papillion.
Papillion. He led rescuers to his human who fell into a glacial crevasse.
No.
He did. A man and his dog were hiking Phi Glacier in Switzerland last week when suddenly he broke through a snow bridge and fell into a 26-foot crevasse.
No.
Yeah.
That would be a no.
Yeah. That's
Don't
like
hike in a glacier.
This is an activity. I never need to worry about this happening to me.
An activity is mahjong.
The game.
Yeah. Or like shuffleboard. That's an
Yeah.
activity.
Billiards.
Why am I naming like
These are obscure.
I'm 75 years old. Mahjong and shuffleboard. That's what you do. Literally, I've never played either. You don't climb a glacier.
Yeah, that's
lunatic. Well, I
uncalled
guess
for.
if you live in Switzerland, that's what you're going to do.
Yeah, maybe they don't have shuffleboard.
So they fell down the crevasse.
They did. The man luckily had a walkie-talkie and was able to call for help, which a nearby person received and alerted rescue services. The rescue team arrived, but they couldn't find him because this is this very small. Hold on, this is a very small crevasse.
It's a hole.
It's a hole.
Oh,
in
Baloney. Baloney has a bully. A bully for Baloney. Come here.
Hey.
Oh, that's cozy. Yes, Baloney has.
There we go,
You can
Baloney.
I'm gonna use you as a footrest. This is one thing I love about pit bulls. They are ranked really high with kids because you can pull on them and lean on them, and they just don't care. I'm using him as a little leg rest, and he doesn't mind.
You don't care at all about that.
I have a pit mix at home. Her name's Choopy. Yeah. Did you not know that?
I think you only told me about your other dog.
Mimo?
Yeah, you only told me about Mimo.
I got 2.
I
have 2.
Good for you.
Chupacabra Sharon Rona Edelstein, but we call her Choopy. I'll tell you the name story another time. Let's talk about this hole.
So a rescue team arrived, but they struggled to find him because this is just a hole.
Oh my God, that's terrifying. That's what nightmares are made of.
Right? But then one of the rescue specialists spotted movement, which turned out to be the dog. The pup was standing right next to the collapsed hole, keeping watch over his human. Now,
is that where
can you
the
see
pup
him?
Was?
Yes.
On that log?
He was, they spotted movement, which happened to be his dog, and that's when they were able to get down there and rescue him.
Holy wow.
The man and his dog were flown to a hospital, and the rescue team credit the small dog for making the rescue possible.
That's amazing.
Isn't that fantastic?
What a sweet little Papillion.
Yep. We accidentally posted this because everyone was misidentifying the dog as a Chihuahua.
Oh.
And we didn't really pay attention to that, so we led with the headline "Tiny Chihuahua," and then
everybody freaked
Papillion
out.
Owners were like,
"That's a Papillion."
That's a Papillion.
Those Papillion owners.
No, I get it. We should know better. We corrected it, but yeah, what a little
like,
hero.
Also calm down.
Well, we're the dog. Like we should.
Hey,
I'm kind of in
don't
between.
Beat yourself up. Okay.
I love doing
that. You did
that,
what you needed to do. You didn't know.
So yeah, this Papillion is our first of 3 hero dogs.
Okay.
We're
Do
going.
we know this kid's name?
No.
Let's
Haven't
say
gotten it yet.
Pierre because they're in Switzerland.
I like that.
That's
go.
more
Well,
like French, but
Yeah, but that's okay.
Swiss.
By the time
What's
this episode comes out on Thursday, we might. Oh, Bernese Mountain Dog, just a tiny little. Oh no, it's Saint Bernard, right? They have the barrels.
Yes, but
Yes.
like, what's a Swiss name for someone?
Oh,
Luc. Luc. Does that sound Swiss?
Luke.
Jean.
Yeah.
That's more French. I
Yeah,
guess
but
because it's right next to France.
Well, maybe
Or
by the
she.
time this episode comes out on Thursday, you all will know the name of this tiny little
But like,
hero.
how cute is it to like have like a burly hiker with that cute little Papillion?
I
It's
know,
like,
right?
Come on, Schnoogie, let's go. Let's
And then-
go hike the Alps.
And then he falls into a hole.
Like, put some boots on your dog too. But it is probably maybe he carries him.
I
in a
would
backpack.
assume, yeah, that's probably.
A little
Yeah.
Papillion in a sack.
Yeah.
That would be such a cute kid's book. Huh.
Papillon in a sack.
It's like, yeah, like, you know, like the hiker and and his little best friend, his little companion. I don't know. Take it or leave it. It's a free idea.
Yeah, I'm not complaining.
That's $1 million idea.
I'm
right
questioning, but I'm not hating on
there.
it.
Sure.
Yeah. This is Hazel. This is one of, unfortunately, very few positive stories coming out of Central Texas in the midst of all the floods. This is from a Facebook post from Lindsay Jacobs Pope. Oh,
Go get your.
you're just so
go get your
excited.
bone.
You just come in here,
Go
and
get your
as soon as we
bone.
introduce the next dog, you're like, talk about me instead.
Go get your bone. It's right there. Go
Talk
get
about
it.
me instead.
This is actually a good sign. Like,
You're great.
Look how sweet he is near a bone. He's
I
not
know.
guarding it. He's not weird. He's kind of take it or leave it.
He's not being
It's a
weird
good
at all.
sign.
So this is from Lindsay Jacobs Pope on Facebook. She shared this story with us. Meet Hazel, one of the Camp La Junta dogs and an unsung hero. As the water rose, Tucker said their cabin heard scratching. Tucker, I believe, is her son. Tucker said their cabin heard scratching at the door. It was Hazel. Little did she know how much support and love she would bring to that cabin of boys. She rode out the storm and waited for rescue with Cabin Hilton. So some of these references, I believe, is just one of the camps in the flooded area. They all made it to safety, and Hazel just kind of rode out the storm with them, offering, again, just a lot of comfort in a time of horror.
Yeah.
One of our rescue partners, here's another picture of Hazel.
Oh, Hazel.
Yeah, she's great.
What a nice friend.
One of our rescue partners, these are kind of miscellaneous photos. One of our rescue partners, Austin Pets Alive, has taken in over 150 dogs from affected counties. Over 2,000 people have signed up with them to foster or transport.
Wow.
Isn't that
That's so
incredible?
many.
That is so many. They're doing daily supply runs, scanning the riverbanks for lost pets, and continuing to reach out to affected shelters to offer resources. I believe I have a video of a reunion already, which is just incredible. Another one of our partners, Austin Humane Society, is expecting to receive some dogs from the flooded areas this week. So hopefully our foundation will have the opportunity to sponsor any of them if they have medical needs. That would be a wonderful opportunity for us, and we'd love to take advantage of that. But yeah, it looks like tons of support being shown for these organizations, and hopefully, the end is in sight for these communities.
What's the name of your foundation?
15 out of 10.
15 out of 10.
15 out of 10.
I think I knew that. That's so cool that you do that.
we sponsor we sponsor shelter dogs with medical needs to again remove barriers to them and their forever homes.
Yes, and then do people just donate?
Yeah, so you can become a member for as little as $5 a month.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
just there's really like we could do a more built out membership with tiers and whatnot. A lot of people want to help all of the dogs, and so a membership, that's how we kind of frame it, is if you're giving monthly, you're allowing us to say yes to rescues who have pleas for us really at any time. And then through We Rate Dogs, we occasionally feature dogs individually that need medical funding. So there's a few different ways people give, but largely it's the support of our membership that allows us to, when we have actually I just got a report from our executive director that we are at a 95+% approval for pleas. So basically we have around 50 rescue partners across the country. They all submit pleas for medical dogs in their area, either before they go and take them from the shelter, or in the midst of their medical care, they'll submit a plea. And yeah, we're right now above a 95% saying, yes, we can sponsor that dog.
Feel so good about that.
It's
Did
wonderful.
you
It's
spearhead
very cool.
that?
Yeah.
Holy cannoli.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Dougie
Is
helped
it
inspire it.
Oh, Dougie.
Yeah.
Is it 15-10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Named after our highest rated dogs.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, I love that.
Yep.
That's a good explanation, because I was 15 out of 10. What does that mean? Okay, so it's because you're highest. Oh, that's so
Yeah.
great. That's wonderful.
Appreciate
because it's so easy to feel helpless.
Yeah.
When you see all these dogs in need,
Mm-hmm.
and then to know someone like you is out there, I could just be like, here's $5 a month, and I know that I can help you.
Yeah.
That's so.
It's great.
I'm sure you just feel warm and fuzzy inside.
I try to.
95% of the pleas you get a thumbs up, and you can, dude. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate
that's really cool.
Yeah, it was at the beginning when we knew we could funnel a lot of support for one thing because our We Rate Dogs community had shown us that, and then this was a perfect gap in the animal welfare world that it seemed like those dogs were the first to be euthanized at shelters, and it was only them and an unexpected medical issue.
Yeah. Do you guys ever want to have like an event to raise money, like a gala or something like that?
We did a gala last year, and it wasn't as profitable. It was our first year, and I think that you really need, a decade of doing these events to make it to build a base of support and to have successful auctions and whatnot. And we just we have an easy button, and with this online community that to go through a lot of effort to do. We'll look for other opportunities.
That's expensive to put on a gala. I mean, I'm sure
Very
you can get
expensive.
a lot donated, but still, like you're still gonna have to put out money.
Very expensive, yes, and we still want a physical presence.
Yeah.
But right now, we're just going to keep pounding the easy button in terms of driving support and furthering our mission.
You know, I wanted to have a mission tied to Schmoop, and I wanted to do something called Schmoop to the Rescue, where I would have like a truck and have groomers go to shelters.
I think it is
groom them, and I can help train the groomers and
very
pay for it.
Very meaningful to offer something like that.
Yeah, because that can also like have a little less friction between the adoption, like just to have.
Yeah.
What did you call it?
Oh my goodness!
Friction. You called it a barrier.
Yes, and another
like
barrier.
A cute dog, or like a dog that's like not gross.
I'll give you another.
Everywhere.
I'll give you another very easy idea to tack onto that. Take a nice photo of the dog.
Yeah.
I think that's something that's still
so
the
true.
rescue. The rescue's great at it. Wags and Walks, Angel City Pits, Hit Living, phenomenal with their social media content. The shelters themselves.
Yes.
The shelters themselves.
Like blurry, looking away.
Yes.
Looks stressed out.
Especially the intake photos. They're so underfunded and under-resourced that I don't even know what they could possibly be taking the photo on that yields that quality. But
that would be a good thing to
very
volunteer
meaningful.
At a shelter to take pictures of the dogs. I'm sure people do that.
Mm-hmm.
But if anybody's out there and they're good with the camera, that would be a great thing to do to volunteer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But let me know. We can brainstorm.
Good out into the world.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Okay, tell me about this schnoogly little puppy.
This is my third of our heroes today. This is Rocky. This 5-month-old puppy, okay?
Yeah.
Saved an entire Indian village. Wait for it. Okay. A landslide occurred between 12:30 a.m. and 1 a.m. on June 30th in the Siati village. Look at that.
Oh,
okay.
Man.
As torrential rains pounded the region, a dog sleeping on the ground floor, Rocky, of a house began unusually barking and howling. His owner, Lalit Kumar, woke up to investigate the commotion, what was going on. He said, "I was woken by my dog's strange barking as if he was trying to warn me. When I reached him, I saw a huge crack in the wall and water pouring in." This man then woke up all the other people in the village and asked them to run to safety. Everyone, just got on my leg a little bit, Baloney.
A lot on your leg.
Everyone immediately evacuated the area, and shortly after, a landslide struck the village and nearly a dozen houses were completely flattened. Okay? All 22 families in this village made it to safety.
Because of the puppy?
Because of the puppy that barked at the water coming into the house, and their owner woke up and warned the entire village.
Wow.
Lalit got him from his brother 3 months ago. And I will remind you that Rocky is only 5 months old.
What a sweet little friend. What a beautiful story. I mean, it's really sad that.
Yeah, just for some scale here. I mean, just devastation. I think it was, there was only like a handful of houses remaining. A small village, but yeah, 63, some reporting 67 people saved by a 5-month-old puppy named Rocky.
Rocky.
And I love how
Nice.
that's a lot of like this happened and this happened, but the people are crediting. It's not like We Rate Dogs is here like the puppy saved the day.
Yeah.
They're crediting the puppy for it.
I mean, it's true.
Isn't that incredible?
If the puppy wasn't there barking, they would have slept through it.
Mm-hmm.
And they would have it would have been much worse.
Been bad.
66 people, you said?
63. Some are saying 67 in the village, but 22 families. Yes.
That's insane. That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's so scary. I hope they're all okay.
Mm-hmm. It's reported that they are, and the rain in the area is supposed to let up, but it's affecting the entire region. This is only one of the villages affected. But yeah, Rocky got them all out of there.
That's amazing. Dogs are angels.
They are. And it's really rare that I have 3 stories of that caliber in 1 week.
Yeah.
So our top 5 is going to be, it's going to be a good one. All right, Jess.
Tell me.
The final thing we're going to do today.
Yes.
Is a cartoon dog tier list.
Yeah.
Okay. I am trying to make for you all the top 10 cartoon dogs. It will be heavily opinionated, and it's
when you say opinionated, like people are going to be opinionated,
yeah, like
or you
this
will be opinionated.
Unlike many of my other videos where I think this is objectively the best dog of the week, or like it's very well thoughtfully curated, this is opinion based.
Yeah, I mean, there's nostalgia attached to it.
Yeah,
there's
this is
childhood. There's memories.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's going to evoke a lot of.
It's very subjective.
Mm-hmm.
So going into this, just know that this little exercise will be our opinion, and the top 10 cartoon dogs that will come out hopefully next Monday, Tuesday, will be largely my opinion. So you can tear up our opinions if you'd like, but
this is
where
we're gonna stand.
Yeah. So we're gonna go through all of them, and then I'm gonna use this as like preliminary research for my video.
I don't think anyone's gonna really get mad.
I don't think so either.
If they did, that's not good. They need therapy.
If you feel strongly about any of our choices here today, or my choices when you see the video come out, I love that. Baloney, whenever he comes to revisit Jess, he's leaping over a little set of covered wires that we have, and it is very precious.
You're such a nice person. You're a nice person.
Okay, so we've got our tier list. We did change it so that it is consistent with the We Rate Dogs rating scale.
Okay.
Goes down from 15 to 10. We won't give any dogs 11s or 12s. Any of these cartoon dogs, we're not going to do that. And yeah, immediate thoughts. I think it's going to be very easy to throw some dogs in those higher categories. Before we start, I will say I'm going to include some honorable mentions for not your typical dog, and I want you to give me some feedback on these, okay?
Okay, but what if I don't know the dog?
You'll know these dogs. Donkey from Shrek.
Yeah.
That's going to be an honorable mention.
Okay.
The cockroach from WALL-E.
Oh, so it's not just dogs.
The honorable mention.
The honorable mention is
for my
animal.
top 10 is going to be a cartoon. I like to think of that they have the essence of a dog, but they're not technically.
Okay.
So
Sure.
Donkey.
Okay.
I'm going to go the cockroach from WALL-E.
Okay.
Pua from Moana.
Okay.
And Stitch
Cute.
from Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
I think they all represent dogs well, even though they're
they
not.
all have dog energy.
Right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's in my top 10. I think you'll see those guys as honorable mentions. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks, Jess. Oh.
Woo!
You really like those picks.
Yeah.
All right. So who from the? So let me just go through. We got some all stars on here.
I don't know why I feel very nervous. Abby. Abby.
Talk to Abby. Off the gate, and because I have a tattoo.
Oh, sure.
We're putting Snoopy.
You have a tattoo of Snoopy
in the 15 out of 10 zone. Oh, there he goes. Yeah,
Cute.
I do. He's looking at the moon. I know.
Really sweet.
I know. Look, it's just who I am. So that's the easiest decision I've ever made in my life.
Like sweet, sensitive soul.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You are. I'm sure people have told you that.
I'm trying to stay on brand.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard.
Is it?
But liking Snoopy is pretty on brand.
I mean, you have a Snoopy tattoo of him looking up at the stars and dreaming.
It's true.
And wishing.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps.
Oh.
We don't know.
I mean, that's what I think. When I look at the stars, I'm like in awe, but wishing.
4? We don't need to get into it.
I mean, I could.
So yeah, Snoopy, easy decision. Who else feels like an easy decision to throw in that top category? And then again, for my top 10, I will officially rank them.
Are you asking me because I'm blind?
I am. Okay, let me give you some names. We got Scooby and Scrappy Doo. Maybe we'll start there.
Okay.
Scooby feels like at least 14.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll temporarily.
Scooby's such a helper.
And then Scrappy feels like I love his personality. He's not really helpful.
Which one's Scrappy again?
Scrappy's are they related?
No one's angry at you. Except for, I don't know.
Scrappy is Scooby's nephew.
Okay.
And less helpful, but bigger personality in my opinion.
I have a block to Scrappy.
Really?
I remember.
That's okay. I think we're going to go 13.
Okay.
Temporarily. And if we, by the end of this, have to make some changes to make it make sense, we totally will.
Okay.
Clifford. That big
Clifford,
red.
The big dog. Clifford was sloppy.
I got really excited.
Please.
I flew to New York like 6 years ago to be in that movie.
What do you mean?
There's a Clifford movie. I don't even think it came out because it was during COVID. But it was like
what
20.
Were you acting?
I was like in an end scene where it was me and a bunch of dog influencers just went to Central Park and filmed. It was wild. It was a wild experience.
Did they fly you out?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was a good time.
I love getting flown out because you always get first class. And then they always pay you a ton of money, and then they just put you up in the biggest hotel. And I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay, thank God. It's like, what have they just been like? Matt won't know.
You're like they put me
He's
in
not
a coach, and they told me that they didn't pay for my hotel.
He's not
they
accustomed.
said figure it out. I just did. I'm just kidding. No, I mean, but that does sound like a dream.
It was pretty fun, but I don't think I ended up.
New York.
I wasn't in the final cut. I don't think.
Wow.
That's okay.
Just dog influencers.
Well, and like they're the literal dogs were there.
Wow, that's fun though.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to that movie.
I know. That's okay. But Clifford, I think, is 15 or 14. And I think in terms of cultural impact, I lean 15.
Yeah, for sure. Cultural impact should be. Are there criteria of what your rating?
Vibe is all vibe based.
Okay. But I think cultural impact would be a really great criteria if you want to structure.
I think so. I don't know how to quantify it.
That could be vibe.
Yeah.
You can say like, it could be a feeling like every kid read that book.
So speaking of cultural impact, I think that means Bluey needs to soar to the 15th spot.
Bluey's massive.
And the most modern on our list here, I believe.
Yeah.
Some of these dogs are in a current show, but
Bluey's takes care of kids for parents.
Yeah.
So Bluey is 15.
Has there been a Miss Rachel Bluey collab yet?
I hope so.
That needs to happen.
I'm not the person to ask.
That needs to happen.
No children, thankfully.
All right.
I love other people's kids. Then I give them back and I say, you have a good night.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right. All 101 Dalmatians. We're grouping them together.
Okay. They're chaotic.
True.
They're cute.
Also
so I
true.
wonder if we should have some criteria. Do you want
I think it's completely vibe based. And then I think after this little exercise, you let me go through the grueling details of a top 10.
It's like good vibe, not as good vibe?
I think they're all decent vibes. So I think you can bake in the cultural impact component.
I would say like 13.
For the 101?
101.
Okay. Blue's Clues. What's his name? Blue? It's got to be Blue. Yeah.
I think it's Blue. Blue's Clues is, I would say, Blue's Clues is pretty vibey culturally. So I would say
Blue.
14.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Culturally vibey.
I agree with that. Goofy.
Oh, Goofy's old school.
Yes.
And still holds up.
True.
And everybody needs a little Goofy in their life. Let's say 15. Who has longevity like that?
That's true. Let's think longevity. Ooh, we got some other longevity plays here. We got Lady and the Tramp.
Oh, 15. That's
easy.
Cultural vibe.
Right. So that being said, Pluto, I have no idea where Pluto should go.
I'm going to say 13.
Okay. I'm down with that.
Droopy. I see a Droopy right there. Third in from the left. That's Droopy, right?
Isn't this Santa's Little Helper?
No, third from the left.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's Droopy.
Where you want him?
Put him on 13.
What about Bolt?
Oh, Bolt. That's
lesser known.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
But still great. 13?
Yeah.
I feel at 13.
13.
Oh, goodness.
What?
Doug from Up.
Oh.
That's...
It really had an impact on you. Any tattoos of Doug?
No. Well, my Doug.
Yeah.
But not that Doug.
Let me see your Doug tattoo.
His ears.
Oh.
He had a wonky one.
Angel, little
Yep.
halo.
I'm going to sneak him into... I'm going to go 14.
Okay. So no one's getting 12, 11, or 10.
I think it'd be tough to give one of these a 12.
So then why even have the 12, 11?
Well, just to emphasize how good they all are.
Okay.
You know?
I'm on your side.
Let's see here. Slinky.
Who's Slinky?
Slinky's from Toy Story.
Oh, Slinky. I didn't know that was his name. I mean, he's cute. 13?
Oh my goodness.
Are you mad? Are you mad at me? I haven't asked you today.
No, I'm not mad at you.
Okay.
I'm not mad at you.
I just dropped it that time. Other times I've really gone.
Yeah.
I'm really
I appreciate that. That's growth.
Yeah. Well,
Abby's
I know
got
you want to
nothing
get
on
through
you.
this. No.
Abby's got nothing.
Sweet little Abby.
Max from The Grinch. Love that guy.
Yeah. Max is a good wingman. 14.
14.
Yeah.
I like that choice. We're getting a little bit more obscure, I will say. I know very few of these remaining ones, which probably indicates my age, but so we might need
You're
some help.
really old. Everybody thinks
That's
it.
not what I meant. I meant
Everybody
I'm young.
thinks it. Everybody thinks
I can't do Brian Griffin, that piece of
Who's
I don't I don't think Brian I think he's a very well-crafted character.
Who's Brian Griffin?
Brian Griffin from Family Guy.
Oh.
I
I've
think
never
he is
really watched
great. He's a great when he's depicted as a dog, 15.
Okay.
When he's depicted as a human and he does like human stuff, I think he's kind of a piece
Okay. A piece of bleep.
Yeah. Like I think he's problematic when they personify him, when they over personify him as a character.
Yeah.
As a dog doing dog stuff though, like great.
Okay.
So I think in the middle, I think we'll
How
go.
about the vibes? The overall vibes of the character.
Wouldn't
These are the big
wouldn't
questions.
trust him with my drink.
Okay, 13.
Yeah. We have Marmaduke.
Okay. Marmaduke was an 80s
Correct.
Cartoon.
I do have a little bio on Marmaduke.
Marmaduke. Who? I wonder if anybody named their dog Marmaduke.
Oh, for sure. Marmaduke is a newspaper comic strip revolving around the Winslow family and their Great Dane Marmaduke, drawn by Brad Anderson from June 1954 to 2015.
Oh
my God.
Not 80s.
Well,
Started in the
also in the 80s.
50s.
A messy but lovable Great Dane owned by the Winslow family. He is large even for his breed and has regularly been drawn as apparently measuring 40 inches and upwards. That's big. That's big boy.
Yeah.
We'll go 13.
Okay, 13.
Um,
I would say 15.
for Marmaduke
Yeah.
is like the name, like the
It's just
name
like a
recognition.
legacy.
I like that. We'll split the difference.
Okay. Yeah.
Gromit from Wallace and Gromit.
Oh.
Let's see. I also have some
Vibes
background.
are good for Gromit.
Oh, big time. Let's see. He's Wallace's pet and best friend. He is very intelligent, having graduated from Dogwarts University with a double first in engineering and for dogs. He likes knitting, playing chess, reading the newspaper, tea, and cooking.
15. If a dog likes to knit, you're getting a 15. Done. Those are the most immaculate vibes I can think of for a dog.
All right, let's do Santa's Little Helper.
Oh, cute.
He's a fictional dog in The Simpsons. Yep.
Yeah.
And I mean, just from The Simpsons, he's an icon. He was introduced in the first episode of the show, in which his owner abandons him for finishing last in a greyhound race. Boo.
Boo. But also great storyline, drama.
Homer and his son Bart, who are at the racetrack in hope of winning some money for Christmas presents, sees this and decide to adopt Santa's Little Helper.
We should rewatch the pilot for The Simpsons.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Still on the pod.
Oh, I would. But like, what a storyline.
Yeah, that's
This
good.
is how they got their dog.
That's good.
That's cool.
I think 14?
Yeah.
All right. Honestly,
Yeah.
if I'm being really honest with you,
Please.
I could not tell you much about the 6 remaining dogs.
Put them all in 13.
And because I'm going to go 12. I'm going to
Okay.
just put them at 12 and please
When-
comment if I'm going to give you their names.
Odie is at least a 13.
Odie? Hold on.
That's Garfield's.
Oh my goodness. See, this is why it can't just be up to me.
I'm gonna be upset.
It's too much pressure.
And I feel like I'm giving you like really nothing in this.
An underdog. is
Astro.
Classic as well.
Astro from the Jetsons. So basically, I've got my hands full to make this top 10 video.
Yeah.
And
You
just
have so
don't
many dogs.
just don't be mean if I don't know the most about your favorite cartoon dog. But please leave a comment if we underranked your favorite cartoon dog, and we will.
Can they be?
You're gonna leave?
Can they be a little mean?
What do I need to fix before we close just to not get decimated? In your opinion,
Whole list is done.
you're upset with the
This whole-
entire list.
The whole list is broken. We gotta, at this point, we had to start over and we don't have the time.
Wow.
That's tough to hear.
How did we fail them that bad?
I don't know, but I got some work to do.
Just apologize. And
Just apologize. Okay.
Sorry in advance.
Sorry. Baloney's also sorry. We shouldn't have even tried this. Sometimes it's hard to figure out what content one should produce. And cartoon dogs felt like it would be fun and
we didn't
meaningful and maybe touch the hearts of people who really grew up with some of these characters. But I see now how
Up it
how-
is.
to even bother. And my sincerest apologies. I will stick to real dogs and leave
shut
it
our mouths.
shut up moving forward. Sorry again for trying this. Baloney's adoptable, I guess, and we'll see you next time.
Sorry we failed you.
Yeah, it's okay. We won't try this in the future. But a reminder that Baloney is adopted. Come here, bud.
Baloney!
Come on, come here. Come here.
Baloney!
He's the best.
I just don't want him to knock over this water.
That's okay. He's the best. Adoptable from Angel City Pitbulls. Adoption fee
Here.
covered. Thank you so much again to Jessica for covering his fee. If you enjoyed this video, like it. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And if you're listening to this, add us to your playlist on Apple and Spotify. We will see you next week.
And leave a review, would ya? What does a guy got to do around here to get a review? What's this character I'm doing?
I don't know, but how could they not leave a review after that?
Would ya? Would it kill you to leave a review?
It came out of nowhere.
Follow me on Jess Rona Grooming everywhere. Look out for Schmoop.
Oh, that looks like a good dog. That's a good dog. Yeah, that looks like a good